Do I remember my password? Yeah, I guess I do. That's good. We should be live. Are we? Sort of. Kind of. A members only live stream? Well, that doesn't sound very fun. Alright, let's press this button on my phone. As 6,000 alerts go off on the computer. Yeah. Alright, we're playing as the Warlock. What? I didn't mean to do that, did I? Did I want to be the Warlock? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Who can say? Let's just go to the next floor. Oh, it's loud. Alright, so anybody that was using headphones, sorry about that, because it's definitely loud in my headphones. Yeah. There we go. That's better. So if I'm playing as the Warlock, probably something I'm supposed to be doing. Or I just need to win the game. So we'll start with that. We'll win. Probably. It's only on difficulty 2. It's going to be back on YouTube, though. And it's good to have a nice cold drink. Alright. Let's see here. I've already got some of those. I don't think I can fit that. Or can I? I probably can't, but I'm going to say, or can I anyways. I mean, worst case scenario, I just throw that in the trash. Let's find out. No, that's not going to work. No, that's not going to fit. It won't fit. But you know what? Oh, you know what? That's tier 2. We'll take it. We'll get rid of that to make room for that. And we'll take the magic power. And we'll put my glasses on since I can't see anything. That's better. And we'll take that too. That's much better. Probably. So, if you haven't seen this game before, it's God of Weapons. I could probably fill that information on the stream, but we'll do that during an intermission or something. It's not that important. What is important is that I think the developers gave me a copy of this game. And I think I've done a stream on Twitch. It's hard to say. I may not have. I forget a lot of stuff. What I don't forget is how to play it, because there's really only a few buttons you actually need to learn. Tier 1. Nope. Experience gain? Sure. The more levels you have, the bigger your inventory gets. And then the bigger your inventory is, the easier it is to put stuff in there. Otherwise, that guy just hit me for 24. Oh, brother. That's a lot of hit points. Let's see if we can get some food out of this barrel. No, we can't. There's no food in there. So really the only button you have to press is, you know, dash. So even a monkey could play this game. You don't even need to be a smart monkey. It's pretty straightforward. I don't like any of these things, so let's re-roll. What if I move this? No, not that. No. Put that over here. Move this one up. Move that there. And then we might have room for. We don't. We didn't have room for it. And you know what? I can do this because just re-rolled the stuff that I wanted. Oh, brother. Okay. That never happened. We'll just edit that out of the live stream. It's no big deal. It's fine. Yeah, still can't fit that. No. I want to fit one more item in here. Can I actually fit it? Yeah, I can. Just barely. And you know what? I think this is... take more... yeah, see, the more enemies you have, the more XP you get. And you don't want to reroll, because that would make you look stupid, right? Nobody wants that. Alright, so a lot of times you can just stay here, but not exactly cranking out the damage. The damage is okay, it's the attack speed that I need to improve. Probably the most important stat in this game, and a lot of other games. You need to attack quickly. If you don't, you get swarmed and take damage. That's invincibility. Alright, so let's do this, do that. Make my backpack a little bit bigger. I kind of want the fire wand for not the reasons you might think. I want to do every aspect, every damage aspect. Yeah, like I have tier 4 weapons on floor number 6. But we'll stick with the ice wands, because the more ice wands you have, the slower the enemies are, and the bigger your ice balls are. And you want to have big balls. The bigger your balls, the better. Yeah, I said it. What's the big deal? I like having big ice balls. Alright. Take that. Alright. Luckily, you don't actually have to pick up your XP, it just kind of goes to you at the end of the level. And that's another level 1. So, this time we'll move that down there properly. Buy that. And we will combine these wands and make them into a level 3 wand. A level 3 wand. It's level 2. Okay. And we'll put this one back. We'll take the fire wand. I can't fit that. No. Oh, we can definitely get that in there. That's what she said. Alright, so recovery. No. Moving on. Floor number 8. Only 12 more to go. Alright. Same thing with gold. You can pick it up, but you don't have to, so I'm not, I mean, I demonstrated that you can pick it up, but for the most part, it doesn't matter if you do or not. Alright. Hopefully we have some good upgrades heading our way, because right now, even difficulty 2 is looking to be a struggle. Well, I guess not when you have invincibility, but otherwise, yeah. The dumbest place to put your upgrades. 4% attack speed would be nice. And that's magic power. Yeah, sure. We'll take those tiny upgrades. For now. Don't think I've played the Warlock before. Or if I did, I didn't actually succeed in winning. Kind of embarrassing, but, you know, Warlocks aren't the greatest. There are a couple of classes that just I much prefer to play as. Like the Priestess, for example. But we'll get to that in a minute, because I think I have a new Priestess class called the Inquisitor. So I'm going to give that one a shot. There's a lot of classes for the uninitiated. Some of which are only available after you perform certain things, like, well, I can show you after a few more levels, or if I die. Well, there's some food, so we're gonna get that. Alright, so let's do that. Yeah. Yet another ice wand. But I'd rather have that magic staff. So let's try to move some things around. Move that there. Okay. The tiny little gears in my brain are trying to work. Is that the right thing to do? Probably not. No, this is definitely not the right way to do it. Turn that this way. I'm embarrassed even when I'm not playing live. Trying to figure out the best way to actually save room. Alright, is that enough room? No, we're one short, obviously, of course. So what if I did that, and then that? Come on. Perfect. Magic power, sure. Good enough. Good enough for now. Okay, why is there, oh, it's level 10. I was gonna say, why is there poison all, that just hit me for 16 damage? Bro, come on. That's too much damage. I gotta run away from these projectiles, because apparently they will kill me quickly. Alright, where is he? Is he dead? Yeah, he must be dead by now. Thankfully, dead. Thankfully, I have invisibility. Yeah, let's just run into everybody. Maybe there's food in this barrel? No, there's not. That's fine. We don't need food. We have the power of Jesus. Okay. All these kind of suck. 1% move speed? 1%. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing that. But we will take the spyglass. because Spyglass is going to give you a little bit more range. Alright. Oh. Okay, why do I not recognize that there are poison vases? Or vase? Is it vase or vase? Does it matter? Probably not. Okay, that... I'm cooked. Like, I've got 11 hit points. Maybe I'll just stay here. Maybe I'll grab this food. Alright, 30 hit points. That's not nearly enough hit points. 24 hit points. 3 hit points. Alright. This might be a very short run. Yep. That's not looking good. That's a tier 2. Which means I can turn these into a tier 3. Easy enough. Now, armor, no. Attack speed. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll re-roll. Magic power. Okay, no wonder I'm taking so much damage. I keep taking off armor. Attack speed and crit chance. Yeah, well. Let's re-roll. Maybe I'll get a potion that heals me. I did. Haha. Perfect. I will definitely use that. And I'm also going to take this, although it will make the next floor very difficult. I'm greedy. I want more inventory space. Alright. That's another tier 1. I might be able to swing that. Not really. Well, hold on. Let my brain, please work for once in your life. There we go. A little bit more damage, but this could be 35. Okay, there's no way that was 40% of my health. Alright, let's see if the gamble pays off. It does not pay off. Immediately regret my decision. Alright. Now, let's do a little showcase of the priestess. Kill 1,000 enemies. Cannot use lifesteal. That's a lot of damage. But anyways, we're gonna do the priestess because... Okay, we're gonna observe what the priestess can do properly. Because I have to make sure that the starting weapon is a blessed mace. What other weapons can they get? They don't want to tell me. That's fine. Keep your secrets. Take no damage as for 5 consecutive floors of the Inquisitor. Huh. I wonder what that could be. I don't know, but we're going to difficulty 1 because we still have a lot of unlocking to do. And this would be the unlocking menu. Or one of them. You know what? I will take that because I'm petty and I got my ass whooped and I didn't like it. So the thing about the priestess is even if you take damage, she heals so quickly that it doesn't even matter. Like, I can just continuously take damage and continuously heal. It does not bother me at all. I can even blow myself up with a barrel, because it doesn't matter. The second blessed mace, well, isn't that nice? It'd be nicer if I expanded my inventory better. Alright, so now we got 2 of those. Don't want to get rid of my recovery. The dodge chance I do not care about. So let's move that over there, and we'll get a little more range on our maces. Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay. So these mosquitoes don't bother me because they only do 1 damage. And I can heal 1 damage every second, it seems like. Maybe not every second, but it's pretty fast. Alright, we'll stop being deliberately obtuse by just damaging myself for no reason. Most of the time you would, move out of the way. Alright, so no maces available. Sickle. Yeah. More recovery? Yeah, sure. We'll take that. So that just means we'll heal even faster, if that was even possible. Dun, dun, dun. I know that guy has a projectile that's really annoying, but he's kind of cute, though. Him and his little eyeball. Alright, so let's expand the inventory upwards. And that's a fire mace. Not a lot of good stuff going on, but we'll just save our money for now. I'm sorry, did I just airball on an auto attack? Apparently it is. That's fine. No big deal. As far as what you can find in barrels, I think there's only... there's gold, food, invincibility, exploding barrels, and... I think there's an item that makes you level up automatically. Gives you 1 full level. Vitality for each adjacent sword. Well, I don't have any, but I think it's got some decent range on it. 65, and these are 54, so slightly bigger. Okay, fine, I'll move this out of the way. Adjacent weapons get, yeah. Well, that just means I can put it here. And that's another recovery, so we'll take it. We'll just take it for the fun of it. I'm sorry, how did that guy spawn before I did? That's fine. I'm not angry about that. It's perfectly legal. Six damage? Pfft, chump change. I'm not literally liking that the maces are missing. I'll just assume there was food in there because I heard somebody going yum 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 yum. Alright, so do that, do this, do that. Yeah, good enough. The throwing axe I don't care about. Fists I don't care about. Alright. I don't need to drink this potion, I'm just going to do it because I want more enemies. Like that. And move on to the next floor. There's the aforementioned item that levels you up. It looks like a Bible. I just got another one. 2 in a row. That's pretty nice, to be honest. Nothing in there. Invincibility. Alright, so let's move the inventory that way. Over there, maybe down here. A little bit more. Get that one. There you go. And yet another water skin. That's okay. I will take this unusual build, and I'm not going to get crushed by that. I could, but you'd have to be pretty slow to not dodge that. Alright. Okay, so if you just stand still, you will, in fact, lose a lot of hit points. Which is fine. Doesn't bother me. Easy stuff. Alright. Another water skin. You know what? Why not? I wonder just how fast that means I'll be healing. Can I heal faster than they can hit me? Almost. Yep. Now you can see why the priestess is my favorite class so far. You can just walk through whatever you want. For the most part. Alright, a couple more levels. Again, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of stuff to actually help me. We'll take movement speed and luck. Let's do one roll. That is a movement speed. So, let's spin that around. We'll move this over here. Put that, nope. Gonna put that down there. Every blessed woman, adjacent blessed ones. Yeah. This one is just purely for speed purposes. And no, we don't need any life still. Not today. This is only difficulty 1, so obviously you don't need to do as much damage as you need to do in other difficulties. You can just stand here since there's food right next to us. Do I even need the food? No, I don't need the food. I'm gonna take it anyways. Alright. Look at that, another mace. Which I will take. Because I can just move this here. And put that there. Don't need that. Can I? I might be able to squeeze that in. And I can. This might only be for ranged weapons, and I might be completely wasting my time buying spyglasses, but it looks like I'm doing more ranged speed. There's our elite monster for level 10. He's actually doing some good damage. Good for you, bud. We're proud of you. But all I need to do is run around a little bit, and voila. We're back in business. Look at that. We even get food. Pretty uneventful. We'll do that. Alright. Yeah, it gives you -5. I don't want that. Crushing and Enchanted, that should pair with each blessed weapon, and I don't think you're blessed. No. Hashtag not blessed. Movement speed and luck, we'll take that. Dodge chance, no. Damage, yeah. Oh, I was gonna check this. How many does it take to actually combine? You need 3 of them. You need 3! That's fine. I'll find one eventually, I'm sure. Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say those spiders don't jump, they spit. Spittin' spiders. Yeah. Don't need the food, but I'll eat it anyways. Because there's even more over here. Alright, that's a lot of XP they'll be leaving on the table. So let's grab that. We'll grab this. Alright, floor 11 is done. Only got 2 levels. Alright, lifesteal might be worth it. Crit chance and attack speed. Yeah, we kind of want that. And we're going to move you over here. Put you down here. Because if you noticed, this glove says you get more crit chance for every adjacent glove. And voila. Crit chance is up slightly higher. And some lifesteal. We're probably getting close to 1,000 kills with our crushing maces. And I think that unlocks a new weapon for the priestess class. So we'll see about that. Dodge that, get hit by that one. Yeah, we're taking some damage now. 11 damage per hit. That's too many damage. That's better. Alright. I think that twin is a tier 2, and they never updated the... They didn't update what it actually does in the files, apparently. I noticed that a while ago. That's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. More recovery and dodge chance. Yeah, you know what? That actually sounds up my alley. So let's do that. And put that there. More range. You know what? You know what? No, I've got enough spy glasses and water skins. Alright, let's roll the dice. So the twin blade not only is, it's not even a melee weapon, it's a ranged weapon apparently. I never would have suspected that. It's got good range. I don't know if that's because of all the spy glasses, or it just does that automatically. Either way. It's a fine addition to my inventory. Didn't mean to eat all the food, it just kinda happened. Alright. Either way, we need to pump up the DPS because we're a little behind. And if I'm not mistaken, that looks like a tier 3 crushing mace, or sorry, a blessed mace. So let's move that over here, and then we've got room to wear this ugly thing to go over there. And we'll move this one here. And buy that. Don't want to lose any movement speed. But a tier 3 mace should improve our DPS quite a bit. We might be able to stand in one spot. Briefly. Probably not the whole time. Yeah, we're gonna move because we don't want to get hit by that. We don't want to get hit by anybody at this point because we're taking damage. Lots and lots of damage. We died. That's not good. We might have to reassess what's in the inventory. Because level 14 isn't exactly known for its difficulty. Especially on difficulty 1. Luckily for us, we had a revive. Another perk of being the priestess class. Okay. So, anything that's taking away armor, that's gonna have to go. Yeah, we're gonna sell the water skins, just because it's making us a little slower than we should be. We'll keep the spyglasses out. Alright, any other water skins? Yeah, lots. Alright. Armor. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take the armor. Don't want to lose the movement speed though. And we'll take the experience gain. A tier 2 sword. Yeah, we might have to get that. And leave that there. Put that there. Actually, no, we gotta put that closer to our weapons. Not to be pedantic, but yeah. There we go. We got a Crimson Reaper. Movement speed. No, we can't take that. Kind of like that herb. So. Oh, there's another water skin. Now we have plenty of room to buy ourselves some herb. Not that I would ever. You would never want to do that. Alright. We got 5 levels to dramatically increase our damage because the level 20 boss isn't gonna just roll over. He's gonna want to put up a fight. Somewhat. But now that our movement speed has gone up, we can just run around, and there is the in-game milestone for killing 1,000 enemies with a crushed base. And I believe that will open up one more class, or a subclass, of the priestess. Alright, so let's keep building our inventory over there. I don't mind losing dodge chance, because I never really use it. And I don't need projectile power. But what I do need is more room. And to get more room, I'm going to have to shuffle a couple things around. No, I did no. Yeah. And that'll fit right here. There. I gotta be honest, yeah, you know what? The tier 1 weapons, they can just fuck off at this point. And we'll roll until we find something we do like. Or we'll just roll and get absolute dog shit. Lifesteal and dodge. No. You know what? At this point, I'll take the Crimson Reaper. I don't even mind. It should be able to fit... Wait, where did that other glove go? Oh, there it is. There, it should fit here. And I even have enough for another lifesteal glove. Not that I've even noticed any lifesteal happening. It could be happening, and I just didn't notice. We'll see. Not really. But then again, it could be a condition of playing as a priestess that I'm just wasting my time with lifesteal, because the recovery speed should be good enough if you're not terrible at the game like I am. That's probably what it is, that there is no lifesteal option. I'm trying to make my way here so I can get that. 12 damage. Yep. Damage is definitely being damaged. Alright, another floor down. You would think that my inventory is big enough, but it's really not. A tier 2 wand. Vitality and recovery. Yeah. I know I don't want to take away my armor, but, you know, shit happens. Alright, so... next floor. I mean, the more hit points you have, the more recovery you can get, I guess. No? Doesn't matter. We'll see how much damage I take now that I've lowered my armor again. Yep. That was a very fast jump. Did you see the reflexes on that dodge? No? Pretty basic? Alright. Yeah, there's another guy jumping at me. Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of the life-stealing stuff. That's just useless. Let's grab some of these invincibilities. $13 damage. Damn. Alright. I'm just pressing buttons to expand my inventory. So, you are lifesteal. Useless. Wasted money on you. Oh, wasted money. This one's luck and movement speed, so not a waste of money. Fire mace. A blessed mace. Yeah, you know what? I'll take that. Because I feel like it. No real reason. I just feel like it. I can go there. Barrels, speed. That's also ranged projectile, but that's not the reason we want it. We want it because we move a little bit faster. Okay, well, we haven't taken any damage so far on this floor, and it's floor 18. Okay. I think I spoke too soon and took damage immediately after saying I didn't take any damage yet. That always happens. $13 damage, that's a lot. Not gonna lie. I was only 6. But, again, because of the recovery speed, it's only a few seconds until you're back to full health. So, let's do that. Barrels. I don't really want a magic staff. Because my melee... Oh, well, yeah, my magic power is even worse than my melee power. Yeah. Combat axes don't really apply to this. Enchanted weapons. That's blessed. That's blessed. So, useless. Luck and damage. Armor. Well, you know what? I will take 2 armor. Gladly. Lifesteal is useless. Vitality. That's not useless. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. The other thing I want to see is being able to get these 2 swords together. Will I be able to fit that in there? It's possible. Alright, so I'm gonna move this here. I'll put that way over here. I'm gonna switch this around that way. Put that there. Move that there. That's only 4. That's not enough. I need 1 more space. Nope. Can my brain figure out this puzzle? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll get rid of this, because it's mostly a lifesteal item. Not entirely. Like, obviously it does other things, but for the most part, it's a lifesteal item. And that's gone. That'll give me inventory space, which I could have used in the first place. We're not going to talk about that. I mean, it also makes the next floor a little bit more difficult with, you know, things. Monsters. And that gives me -3 luck. I don't know if luck is even worth doing it in this game, but a lot of games, yeah, not really. Alright. I don't think I can make enough room for that crossbow. No. Definitely not. But let's re-roll because we're getting down to the wire here. I don't want to get rid of any damage. You know what? If I get rid of it, that's 6% more damage if I scrap these. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna recycle those. Alright. That is resources I don't care about. Dodge and crit, and it's at the cost of lifesteal. Perfect. That's the kind of stuff that I do want. Another great sword. So what I can do is I can put that down here. I can make sure I don't re-roll. And I should be able to put all these together. Like that. Turn it into a tier 3. Don't forget I want to put this back in. Alright. Recovery. Yeah, see? I'll take that. Anything that hurts my lifesteal isn't really worth crying about. Crit chance. Meh. Meh. Vitality and lifesteal. I like the vitality, but not really worth the negatives associated with it. Look, another great sword. How great is that? I will take it. Alright. Damage and range. Melee power and armor. Yeah. Alright. Feeling a little more confident with the build at this point. Oh yeah, I forgot I added elite enemies. who have homing missiles. It's not that bad. I mean, it's bad, but if they die, it's not that bad. I just ran into everybody with a missed input. It's not where I was supposed to be dodging. Alright. Second to last floor is now finished. Basically. Mostly. Alright, so tier 2, tier 2, tier 3. Every other sword in your inventory. That would work in my favor, actually. So let's try to move a couple things around. Like that. And this. Then I'll do that. Maybe that. Yeah, see, this is only one. And I need... why am I even making a big deal of it? Whatever. It's a tier 2 sword, and I'm thinking it's the Holy Grail. But, you know what? So far, it's better than nothing. Which means I can do this, and that. Should be plenty of room for a tier 2 sword. I do like that weapon style because it gives you a little bit of more room to play with. That's a long sword versus a short sword. But you know what? I am going to go ahead and say goodbye to that mace. And then cry myself to sleep because I've made a terrible mistake. There we go. You know what? I'm going to do a little more reshuffling here. Put these gloves together. Put that over here. And then change my mind completely and put that over there. There we go. That should be enough for the longsword. And I didn't save any room for the anvil. Oh, brother. Okay. Anvil. I would like to... Again, you know what? We're going to get rid of this blessed mace, since I no longer need it for the achievement or milestone. I'm going to upgrade this big old sword. Does it increase my vitality? It does. Alright. Lots of money to reroll with. And we'll take that just because it makes things cheaper. I could take that glove, and I will. I'm going to cut down on the ranged. And we're going to put in more speed. Alright. Don't want a size, don't need another coupon, as far as I know. Melee power and attack speed. Yeah, see, I'm going to want that. So we're going to sell the discount card. Buy another whetstone. Reroll again. A tier 3 mace. Which means I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that sword. And put in the tier 3 mace instead. Ideally, it would be next to a mace. But I'm kind of pressed for inventory space at this point. But we got plenty. A tier 4 greatsword. Yeah, that's a good deal for me. Which means I'll get rid of this dumb rapier. And then realize I don't have enough room. For now. Pause. Pause. Will we make the room? I don't think that's enough room either. and it has to be adjacent. So, hold on. We can figure this out, and if we can't, then we'll just, we'll cry. We'll probably cry a little bit. It's fine. Okay, so move on all the way over here. Spin this now. That's what I'm talking about. Another one of these might be nice, but it is 2, 4, 6 long. And this is only, I'm guessing 5? Well, either way, I don't particularly like that sword. So we're gonna go ahead and drop our armor slightly, and then let's see here. Put that over there. Put that there. Put this here. Look at that. Not only is this a survivor game, it's a inventory simulator. I'm assuming I need 3 of these. I do, if I want to combine them. Which I do, but I can't. Alright, so I know that I literally just bought one of these, but we're going to go ahead and sell it and put another sword in there. Movement speed and dash, which is better than these boots. So we're going to sell both of these boots and put in these boots. Melee power, yep, okay, so the inventory management is getting a little bit over the top at this point, but we have opened up one more place. Don't care about that. It's a tier 3 great sword, so this one is getting upgraded. Vitality and armor. Nah. Or maybe. Is that the same one? That's a potion belt. Gets rid of armor. Oh, it's a tier 1. Yikes. That's disgusting. And that's tier 2. Tier 2. Tier 3 mace. I've already got... Wait, I got 2 of those already. That's good news. Which means... I put this down here. And then I can just combine all 3 of them. Just like that. And now I have even more inventory space to work with. Alright. These are 6, I believe, and I only have 4 slots available. So what I'm going to do is free up a lot of room with that particular idea. Put that there. Put that over here. And then I want to move the majority of things down here. Like that. And like that. And now I should have room for yet another sword. Alright. We're not done yet. We still got stuff we can roll for. Range. Range. Yeah, you know what? I'll take whatever the Sinister Mask is. Okay, so we're going to upgrade our sword again. This will give us a tier 3 sword. 2. There we go. We'll put that back. Okay, so we almost have another tier 4 sword. Don't need to do that. We'll take a little bit of armor since we have room. Alright, that's probably going to be the last reroll. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and take that Prism Blade and see how we do against the final boss. Well, not the final boss, but he's the final boss of... the boss of floor 20. And he looks like he's stuck. Could be good news for us. I mean, if he's not moving, I'm going to count that as a bonus. Alright, I thought I could tank all these hits, but tanking the hits isn't going very well. So we'll do a lap or two. Check out what's in here. Hey, it's food. Oh, he's moving now. A little bit too late, but he was moving eventually. A 42-minute run. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick break, stretch my legs, and then when we come back I think we'll try the Inquisitor. Can't use lifesteal. Can't use lifesteal. Actually, I think we're going to try the Crusader first. Alright, we'll be back. Yeah, alright. We're back. We're playing as the Crusader. Let me just get a refresher. Start with a small shield. Cannot use lifesteal. Melee power for all the recoveries. So... damage for each recovery. You know what? I guess we'll start with the mace. Then we have to do block damage with the shield. Huh. But we can only use this Angel Wing. And we'll stick with the level 1 difficulty because it's the easiest to complete achievements or objectives with. Alright, get the dash moving a little bit better. And we're going to be blocking damage. Hopefully. Okay, we're trying to block damage. Got some extra money. So there's the shield. Okay, small shield. Alright, let's grab ourselves another mace. We'll take that for now. Alright, I definitely heard some damage being blocked there, but... getting 1,000? You know what? It didn't actually say that it had to be done in a single run, so... maybe it doesn't. Can I block damage when I'm immune to damage? Yes. Sort of. Alright. Melee. Yeah, you know what? We're going to see if we can fit that in here, along with that, and that. And even that. Just by doing that. Oh. How unprofessional. I wasn't able to mute my mic in time. I'm sure somebody will forgive me at some point. If I can forgive myself... no, it's fine, I can do that. Alright. So far so good. Like I said, if we don't have to block all that damage in a single run, all the better. The Prism Blade is for enchanted weapons, and you know what, that is enchanted, but I don't think it'll fit. Just a little bit too big. But that's fine, because I don't like this mace anyways. So, now we can do this, and it should fit just fine. And I bought the wrong weapon. It's fine, I'm not upset. Resources, damage and range, experience and resources. I'd rather have the experience than the gold, for the simple fact that gold can't give you inventory space. The gameplay for this, it feels a lot like the original Priestess class, but that's to be expected since this is just a subclass. And instead of going out of my way to block damage, I'm just gonna, you know, block it naturally as it happens. There's a block. The new kid's on the block. Alright, so I could get another Prism Blade. If I put them close together, they work better. So let's do... oh, never mind. I don't have to shuffle much at all. Attack speed is something I would like. Can I manipulate this inventory? Not really, no. Kind of want both of them. So let's give me... yeah, that's only... no, that's 3 melee power. So we'll get rid of the scroll, because I want more attack speed. And I will get rid of that one for another one of those. Alright. So far, so good. On floor number 5, on difficulty 1. Oh, there you go. Inadvertently blocked that one with a shield. If I could get some more shields in my inventory, that would be great, but wishful thinking. We'll see. Alright. I mean, I can get another one of these. And one of those. But will they fit? That's the question. Yeah, I want those to stay together. No, they're not both going to fit. So, unfortunately, that will have to wait till next time. Come on. So, other games coming down the pipe. We have a spooky one. We have a golfing game. Yeah, I know. Hold on to your horses for golf, right? It's not actually like Tiger Woods golf. It's supposed to be like a roguelite type game. So I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to play out. It's called Curse to Golf. So if you've heard about it, or you've seen it, or you've played it, good for you, because I haven't played it yet. Alright, we got another shield. Should make our life easier in terms of blocking enough damage. And I want this sword simply because I could do that. And then I could do... put that down, move that down, and then move that up, which should give me an extra 10 vitality, I think, right? If I pick this up, not really. I was expecting something totally different to happen. C'est la vie. You know what? I'm actually going to do it this way. Because if I do, that gives me 2 spots right there, and I can grab another handle wrap. Life still doesn't work, and you know what? I have 1 inventory space left, so I might as well fill it up with resource gain, which is just gold. Or does it also count for XP? I don't think it does. Alright, let's run into some people, or just stand still and see if we can get 2 blocks activated. There's a block, and there's another block. I get the feeling it might take a long time to block 1,000 damage. Because, well, that's just the way I think, alright? I think it might take a while. I could be wrong. I would never be wrong, right? That would never happen. Alright, so let's do this, and that. More enemies, even if I don't need the HP. Is that another whetstone? It is. Okay, let's not even bother moving, since we probably shouldn't have to. Okay, well, we're blocking damage. Oh, I almost didn't see these. Invincibility, money, etc. And look, we got a bomb. I wonder if bombs are the best way to go about blocking damage. It's hard to say. I mean, it's not hard to say. I can say it pretty easily, but it's hard to tell if that's accurate. Flails, not a big fan. A fire mace, not really. Let's re-roll instead of settling for that garbage. And I don't even want that. I will take that though. Alright. Settling for a long 40 seconds of not moving, unless I see some barrels. Where are the barrels at? There's one. There's another barrel. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can block while I'm invincible. I'm not going to cry about it too much. We'll save that for when I'm not streaming. I'll cry on my own time. Attack speed for each axe. Don't have any. That's just armor, but that's fine. And... oh, that's dice. I thought that was another... whatever these are called. A burnt coin. Oh, right. We have an elite somewhere. Oh, there he is. And it's a beholder. And he can do some damage. I don't think he actually melees, but he's also dead, so who cares? He tried. God bless him. Alright. There's food. Almost back to full health. Blocking more damage, which we want to do. Okay, Caterpillar got through. Dramatic music lets you know that you're almost finished with the level. Alright. Let's go up that way. Fists are terrible, warhammers are terrible. Range, no. Yep, we'll take that. No sense continuing to roll when you barely have any inventory space, but that glove should help us do a little more damage. There's a barrel. I want to test out the exploding barrels with my shields. If I can find an exploding barrel. It'll happen eventually. Oh, okay. Well, the chandelier would have been a good example of... Okay. The chandeliers are just pissing me off now, because as soon as I dash, there's a chandelier right where I dashed away from. Okay, I would like an exploding barrel to hurt myself.